ours is a crazy place in oh so many ways. Let's try to make some sense of it on Spiritfolk Saturdays.
Welcome to the weekly Filling and Tip-based podcast, Spiritfolk Saturdays! Today we're here to talk about part 6 of the Big War arc. I'm your host, Elfy, spirit of sleep deprivation after spending 2 days in the hospital. Joiners this week are Kat.
Spirit of chicken noodle soup and blankets and nice things.
And Willow.
Spirit of cats that like to sleep on me.
We had a surprisingly early episode this week, by which we mean it came out at like 4 o'clock EST.
While I was still at work, it was weird.
It was like, normally I would have been out because sometimes you go to like lunch / dinner after class, and then this time we didn't, and I was like, I'm oddly glad for this fact.
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, this feels like 6 months ago when the episodes usually came out slightly before I would get back from work.
I used to be able to watch them in art class because they'd be out at like 2.
Yeah, for me it was like, I got on break yesterday and I look on my phone, it's like, oh, there's a new episode. I don't have my headphones with me.
My phone buzzed when it happened and I was like, what? What?
Did we step into an alternate dimension? Did Marcus do something?
Probably.
So...
I blame Marcus. My usual default is blame Marcus, because he usually has something to do with it.
Speaking of which, lots of things happened. Lots of weird things happened.
Lots of amazing things happened.
Lots of good things happened, but lots of weird things happened.
Yeah, lots of weird things.
Like, we gotta meet Verne again.
Yep.
And I like Verne. His voice is, like, screechy in a good way.
I think Jay's, Verne voice changed again.
It does every time he does it. Like, it's never quite right.
He doesn't show up often enough, although it's funny, because, like, everyone else has been consistent as far as I can tell.
Well, it's just, like, it's so far out there, I guess. Like...
Yeah. And at the least, he does always sound kind of, like, dramatically smug.
Like,
so...
it's close enough. It's got, like, the same range. It's just slightly different every time.
Yep. And Marcus and Kier freaking out more about ghosts and skeletons and stuff while asking Verne to enlist the ghosts and skeletons to help. Maybe just slap some skin over them or something.
There's also Firi, who apparently didn't leave the city and was found, quote, clinging to a wall.
Yeah, that was, oh my gosh. Gregor, what wall? Was she just hanging out by a building, or...?
Why didn't we get to see this?
Probably because it would have been, hey Firi, do you want to come help us? Sure, walk away. Like, implication is a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, and it creates a nice little noodle incident.
True.
And apparently she and Rat had a talk about...
Yes, that was great.
Something.
I really want to know what that conversation was.
Yeah, me too.
My favorite moment is probably when they're all going to that one city that I forget the name of. And Colvin just appears like, she pushed me!
Yeah,
oh, you mean Yoval?
Yeah, like Indian.
Yes, actual literal siblings, Inian and Colvin.
Yes!
Yep.
I'm like 95% sure they're related at this point. Like,
they're probably related somehow.
I mean, we know Inian has a nephew somewhere in Jinkala.
Yeah.
And their interactions are just very, very, like, family-ish.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder, though, because, Inian mentioned taking on a new name and living with it forever. Wouldn't that include cutting all family ties?
Not necessarily.
She did also mention having them track down your family, I think.
And again, I guess Colvin would be pretty safe. He could just punch anything.
I mean, I'm just going to hold to, like, they're not literally, like, blood-related, but maybe Colvin's, like, the kid of someone from her coven that she was close to, but I don't know.
We know that Inian is not from Caravia.
Yes.
And she does not like Caravia.
Yeah, which is interesting, because that was our best guess for a while, considering the magic stuff.
And that's where the Rune Carvers Guild is in Caravia.
Right.
So.
Indian, just tell us your secrets already.
And then she replies something like, "What's good is good. Yeah. What's the
What
point
good
of
is
secrets?"
a secret when shared between two people?
I was gonna say, what's the point of secrets if you can't keep them? So.
Yeah, that works too.
Let's see, what else? Marcus wants to go to Altreia?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah! That happened the other episode. I'm like, what? We're going back to the Golem arc?
Viva la Arc de Golem!
Yeah, I was about to say, Elfy probably sat there doing a little victory dance for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, especially because a while back, Jay was like, I don't want to call to that far back, and now it's like, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I guess Jackson finished that art for Dunstan.
We were promised it, so yeah.
5 bucks says a golem tries to eat Marcus's face within the first 5 minutes.
Probably.
It just, oh my gosh. My favorite thing with this is probably just everyone going around the circle introducing themselves.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just, everything about that was so cute, because like Marcus stepping up for Kier and like filling in for him when he blanked, and then everyone being confused by the guard, and then Ford being a secret society elitist and Indian calling him out on it.
Which implies that Amor has been part of a secret society before. The guard, you can hear it really quietly, but the guard is like, that's not my name. Like, really, really quietly.
Yeah. It's great.
And also, when Marcus gives Kier his introduction, like, it almost sounds like he's going to start, like, bursting into song. Like, there's, like, a rhythm to it.
I was just thinking,
I wouldn't be surprised if Marcus was working on theme songs for all of his friends.
He would. He probably would. But, like, I'm watching this scene, and I'm just thinking, like, Marcus, this is a secret society meeting, not an AA meeting. Why are you introducing yourselves like this?
Especially because they're supposedly all wearing masks.
Yeah.
I know!
Supposedly.
What's the point of the masks if you're...
I was so upset when, like, they mentioned the masks and them being, like, mandatory for entrance, and then there wasn't, like, shitty MS Paint drawn on masks on the puppets.
It's like, I know it's probably unintentional, but it does make a good parallel with, like, the humans wear no masks, the band wear full masks, everyone there wears, like, half masks.
Yeah.
That is interesting, actually, yeah. Poor Morin, though, he's so traumatized from his shop being robbed, he can't stand to be away from it anymore.
Yep.
And there's the really, really subtle pun of ransacked, rat-sacked.
Yep.
It wasn't that subtle. Just like, Marcus.
And then they fucking, like, Warren leaves, and everyone's just like, so, Rat, you did it, right? Like, oh my god.
That's an affirmative laugh.
Oh.
It was just so great and so cute. I loved it.
I feel like one of these days, someone needs to go through, like, all of Rat's dialogue and figure out what the exact percentage of creepy giggling his dialogue is.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say 87%.
Probably something like that. Something really high. I would do it, but I forget how to do percentages.
I mean, really, it would just be, like, you would have to count how many words he says, and how many laughs he has within that, and just kind of get the sum total of that, and then oh god, math. Now I'm forgetting how to do percentages. Divide the number of laughs by the total of his dialogue, and I think that's how you get percentage. I don't remember.
Something like that. All of my math ability kind of ran away after I finished high school because I'm like, I'm not going to use this ever again.
I do enough to make sure I don't run out of money. That's fine.
Yeah. Just the important stuff.
Yep. Anyways. Yeah. I love that, the party's been around him enough that they know his types of giggles.
Yeah. Or at least Marcus knows.
You know, when they all went to the town, why can I not remember its name?
Yoval?
Yes. Why is that so hard to remember?
I'm just wondering why I remember it. I'm terrible with names.
I remembered it earlier, and I was like, wait, or is that the name of the spirit? But the spirit is Ilver.
Yeah. When they went to Yoval, and, Colvin shows up, she pushed me! And then Indian shows up, he pushed me! At first I thought, somehow, while Indian was pushing Colvin managed to reach back and push her, but then I realized, oh wait, she's talking about Rat.
I was wondering if at first, she was blaming Colvin just for the sake of blaming him, and then I was like, oh yeah, Rat's still back there.
Yeah, and then you have to wonder, why would Rat just straight up push her? Why not just wait?
Because Rat's creepy and weird.
Or, get straight to stealing shit, because Indian doesn't give a shit.
Yes, but does Rat know this?
He could probably figure it out.
Yeah, probably. Indian has a very I don't care vibe about her, especially when she's in her pajamas.
I love
that. She'd probably just, stand there staring at him for a minute and then be like, you can start taking stuff if you want. I can see you, looking around like you want to take stuff, so just get to it already.
No, she'd stare at him.
I feel like Indian would help him.
She would stare at him for a second, they'd, stare each other down, and she'd go, alright, fine, and then just walk into the portal.
That too.
You don't want my help, I'm not giving it to you, goodbye.
That's great.
Yeah. It's just so silly.
Also, someone posted on Tumblr about it, which is the only reason I noticed, but, when they're about to leave the town, when they're about to leave for the town, Kier has, a sword on his back that is not his normal sword.
Oh, I saw that post too. I'm like, yes, are we gonna see the sword? Are we gonna see the sword? I really hope it's the sword.
I am so certain it's a mistake, because when they're in Verne's mansion later, he has his normal sword on the back, the normal graphic.
One or the other was a mistake, but if there is a new sword, I hope we get to see it, because that will also mean a new Kier pose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I love new poses.
It looks like it has, a trigger on it, or, a clutch handle or something.
Yeah, or, if it wasn't hanging up, it would look like a cord.
Yeah. So, chainsaw confirmed?
Maybe.
It's oddly
cool.
flat, at the hilt.
Yeah.
Also, Jay was complaining on Twitter the other day about how he has trouble drawing Kier's face, so...
Aw. You mean Jackson?
Yes! I did not just make that mistake! Shut up!
I remember Jake complaining on Twitter.
Shut up! I'm tired. It's 5 o'clock.
It's okay, Elfy. I think we've all screwed up someone's name at some point by now.
Yeah, I mean, there's the time that I literally, to his face, called Matt Marcus, so...
Well, we've already established that Matt is Marcus, so I'm not sure if that's even really a mistake.
Still. Oh, this isn't directly related to the episode, but I'm kind of surprised that, considering how much the third wheel loves puns, how much Jay and Matt both love puns, at least I am really surprised that from what we know, tackle ball does not involve fishing at all.
Oh my goodness.
Because bait and
I
tackle.
never even thought of that.
Oh.
That is amazing.
Yep.
That would be so amazing. No, maybe like instead of like some kind of thing that you normally do in football, they replace it with fishing.
Exactly.
It could be something like Quidditch, where like as the normal game is going, two players are fishing, and if they get like a certain fish, they win, or like they get bonus points.
Yes.
That is a great idea.
Isn't it?
It is just crazy enough to work.
Isn't it?
Yes, it would be great. Also, I love. God, this episode just had so many great, like, tiny comedic moments. Like, Marcus going into this whole spiel with Verne, and Verne's just like, sure, I'll help you. Wait, what?
Like Marcus had a whole speech prepared probably, and Verne's just like, yeah, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then Verne's like, yeah, it'll be worth it to see the aftermath. And Marcus gets all offended, and then Ian's like, nah, he has a point.
he does kind of have a point.
Does. Like, especially since like, the two times they've met Verne, Wizard High and Altreia.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Verne is speaking from personal experience here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, whenever Marcus Falafi is involved, there is aftermath. It doesn't matter what it is. There's still aftermath.
Yep.
Well, both.
Like, now go ahead, Elfy.
Well, both Ian and Verne are kind of just on board for the sake of chaos. So I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's, like, just the mage thing, maybe?
That's discrimination.
Yeah, I'm pretty on board for chaos. Though to be fair, I'm also on board for, like, helping Ash not die.
Yeah, that's true.
During Village of Corpses, Verne says that he was verging on discovering his sorcery, so I wonder if he has a sorcery yet.
Necromancy sorcery, maybe?
I have no idea. I'm surely interested to see what it is, because sorceries are really neat.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be terrifying, though, if he got, like, a necromancy sorcery, because, like, he'd be raising the dead left and right whenever he felt like it.
Yep. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Exactly!
Think of how many grave diggers will, like, have to work overtime, though, reburying the bodies after Verne leaves.
Hey, that just means that, you know...
Isn't that what
get
coffins
more
are supposed to be for?
Hmm?
Isn't that what coffins are supposed to be for?
Yeah, but coffins are made out of wood, and wood, like, buried wood decomposes pretty quickly.
Aw.
Yeah.
Then you just need stone coffins.
Oh, man, those would be horrible to lower into the graves.
I feel like that's actually, like, that must be a popular trend in some part of the TI-verse, is, like, really bizarre coffins for the sake of, like, averting necromancy.
Probably somewhere in Caravia, considering, like, they got the plague winds and everything. There's probably something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... Oh my gosh. But, like, considering how much, like, study arcane mages have to do, and, like, that they'd have to know how to manipulate things following this or that rule, it would not surprise me if it's just generally a mage thing that they love seeing or causing chaos.
That would actually kind of make sense, yeah.
So...
Can you imagine, though, like, a mage that somehow found the ability to cast pure chaos and just toss it around like a baseball?
So Marcus Malafi's level 20 spell.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever the party gets to that level.
That'd be amazing.
That does remind me how odd it is that Idian is like level 20 and her experience is capped and never moves.
Mm-hmm.
So like, is it the kind of thing like in like World of Warcraft, if you come across an enemy that's like a certain level higher than you, it will display as a skull and not tell you what level it is because it's so much higher than you? Like it could,
Maybe.
like if you're level 1 and you come across something that's like level 35, I think. I don't remember I don't remember what the limit is. So they might be like level 36. Or it could be level 100, but you can't tell just because it's a skull.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like at the level cap for her class and she needs to class up in order to gain levels again. Just like how Marcus is like +1 with the Demagus thing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured the secondary option is.
What I find amazing is that, you know, Indian's level 20, but she was still getting tossed around by Narn pretty damn easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're max level and you're still getting your ass handed to you.
There's only so
Didn't
much.
they say something about the armor being somewhat magic resistant? Something
Probably.
like that.
I remember them saying that they were very proud of their armor, and then being like, do you know how often I have to clean this? Or how long it takes to clean this? Not very long, I just don't like doing it very much.
Yeah.
Narn is so cute! Speaking of which, I rewatched the spell stream yesterday, the first one was Ewing, and I'm like 99% sure that Narn isn't dead because the Fox King mentions that they had, that the intruder, who's very, very heavily implied to be Narn, had a really high regenerative ability.
They did kind of explode into a cosmic dust, but like this is fantasy, so like death is never really death.
Well, it seemed more like they like teleported. To me.
Yeah,
Could be it,
it's
too.
like if there's not an actual funeral, be prepared for someone or something to come back.
It's
Well,
there.
even if there is a funeral, sometimes gotta make sure you see the body.
Yeah, exactly. They drilled it into our head with Inian, and then Colfus and Dunstan were kind of implied to be dead, but not really. Just 'cause
Yeah.
it's just like,
I just sort of wondered because like they weren't mentioned ever, and then I emailed Jay, and he's like, "Oh no, Clovis isn't dead."
I mean, generally speaking, yes, like, make sure there's a body, but, like, considering necromancy exists here, just seeing that there's a body is enough to assume someone's gone. So it's like, if there's a funeral and, like, this emotional moment for the cast to say goodbye to someone or something, then I will assume that they are gone.
no, I'm just laughing at the idea of someone dying like heroically and majestically, and then Verne is like, really? It just raises them as like a zombie, and everyone is like, Verne! Could you not? We were having a moment!
I could totally see that happening.
I can see him, because, like, going off of, like, Orban's probably the most sensible person to die. I can see Verne doing that being like, what? He's big. Yeah, I need a bodyguard.
He would.
What else? In Universe, it's only been like 2 months, probably, since the Golem arc. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I saw you made that that post. It's only been like 3 weeks in Honorant.
Yeah, they've spent about
Feels
3
like
weeks in
it's been
Honor,
months.
maybe 4 at most.
Oh, yeah, they finally made that timing joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Feels
I,
like-
I remember Faust mentioned it, that, like, Matt had said something
Mhm.
about, like, how it's only been a few days, but it feels like months to the characters, and, like,
Yeah.
making the update schedule. It's like, oh, that finally showed up.
Yep. 'Cause admittedly, everything is on fire, which is like 14 or something episodes with 1 day.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's fun, because it's, like, a big, giant boss fight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Also, the Shrouded Isles, like, if you discount the first episode, is 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, they
Yeah,
go,
I know. It's like,
day 1, meet Kier, go to the Prison of Lights. Day 2, fight Charles.
yep.
Twice.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's so good.
Prison of Lights is pretty much an all-day kind of a deal here.
But they
If it
did it
doesn't
after already running across, like, 3 different islands.
Mhm. It apparently
Yeah,
did
but
not take long to get across the South Isles.
They had help though with the crossing of the islands. Remember, because Marcus and Gregor took Kier's cannons, and then Ash got teleported by Don't and regretted it.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it can't have been that far.
Yeah. This is
But,
their canon.
God, what was I gonna say? I was about to say something related to that, and I can't remember. Oh, I also just Jay in the end of episode comment, like being so like irritated at Matt for bringing up Village of Corpses and making it canon when he already made it canon because Ash and Horvitz heard all of them headed off to the Village of Corpses while they were waiting to get into the banned village.
There were even moments in Liquor and Spirits where it cut away to like them screaming in the in the sidelines.
Or maybe Jay was thinking of having like them going to the village was canon, but like there's this possibility that everything that happened in the mansion was all just a fever dream or something like that.
But they still like did the cutaways, so
yeah. It
Marcus
almost certainly
has
happened.
a penchant for eating hallucinogenics.
Yeah, probably not.
He has a penchant for eating everything. Let's be real here.
Yes, but especially hallucinogenics. He's even said so in the bonus material.
Mm-hmm. But to be fair, I don't think Gregor would. Like, yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh.
I want to know how Gregor loses the feather, and I want to see how I want to see Marcus actually turn Gregor into an owl just to try and convince Ash that they went to a haunted mansion.
Right?
That would be fantastic.
But seriously,
although really, the obvious thing here, like, okay, they can't recreate the Deck of Disasters because, one, Rhett has it, and two, hell no any of them touching it again. But, like, they could go back to Verne's Ghost Factory, so...
True.
So, like, I feel like it would be fairly easy to prove to Ash that, no, this bullshit happened.
Yeah, but would she really want to go to some far-off mansion on the corner of the border just to see this, like, spooky haunted house that supposedly exists?
Probably not, but she does do a lot of stuff that like she specifically doesn't want to do just because like the guys get caught up in themselves.
I'm just thinking like knowing Jay and knowing Verne would like just so happen to have cleared out like 3 days before they actually go with Ash.
Right.
And then Ash is looking around, there's no zombies, no ghosts, no anything, and she's just like, why are you guys taking me here?
Or like, it's right after the war and everyone's about to leave, so Kirlos, like, removes the portal there.
Yes.
It's like, well, you can go there, but you have to walk.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how that conversation went, though, like, when the guys actually told Ash all about the thing. It's just like...
Well, they haven't had a chance to yet, so...
I know, but I'm just thinking, like, between now and fan art fridge.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just to reference it. Just probably the exact same way that the conversation between the party and Thog about the Deck of Disasters went.
So this guy sold us this crazy deck of cards that's kind of cursed, and I had to rhyme all day.
Yeah, just oh my god. Yeah, this was such a nice, like, contained and funny episode. Which makes me really worried that next week is going to be really dramatic and make me afraid.
I'm always subtly afraid, especially right now, because I still want to know what that mask does.
I wonder if they're going to go back to like, switching it between Ash and the gang every other episode, but... Like, I can't imagine there's too much time before this war finally does get started in some regard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what the heck is going on with Jin, because, yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, given that everything is on fire was like, double length episodes for a good chunk of it, I think at most we can expect this arc to be 15 to 20 episodes.
Hmm.
Which is still 5 months worth of time, but like I don't think it'd be much longer than that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Not to mention, like, thus far, 20 episodes is the longest we've had an arc be, so, like, that's kind of the upper limit. Because we know this is the last arc in Honor, and
Yeah.
so, like, it has to be done by, like, June. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
it goes longer than June.
Hopefully.
And I can't really see them pulling this into like August when they'll be like doing con stuff and everything.
I could just go to them at the con, like, hey,
God,
when
I
are we
can't-
leaving Honor? You promised. You promised.
We could all mob them.
Right? Just everyone like go up. Everyone is cosplaying, goes up to them in character, like come on, give us an ETA on leaving this goddamn place.
Darn it, why did I choose to cosplay a silent character?
You just sit there and poke them with your stick. That's all you have to do.
Oh yeah, I get the fun job.
Oh, and that was that announced since the last podcast? I think it was. Is that the CW are going to Gen Con, and a lot of TI
Yes.
chat has been talking about going to Gen Con.
Yeah.
And cosplaying.
Yeah.
And let's see. Blah 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 blah. Can I talk today? Maybe, possibly.
No.
Yeah, and just as a quick note, if anyone would be interested, like trying to find roommate buddies within the fandom, find a way to message me, and then I'll be putting together like a group chat or something, like at some point in April.
Mm.
You should plug your Tumblr.
Oh, can't you just link in the episode description?
Yes, but you should plug it anyway.
Hey.
You just
Okay.
said find a way to contact me, like, gee.
What? Everyone knows who I am, right? Right? No. Yeah. So just if you want to be a part of that like chat whenever I set it up for like finding roommates for Gen Con, it's
Organizing
Katrani.
cosplay.
Yep. katrani.tumblr.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, I will probably drag my mother out shopping tomorrow so I can get to work on my cosplay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shopping on Friday.
I'm gonna be fabulous.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get anything together until like June. That way, like, oh, hey, it'll be summer and I'll have been doing a bit more exercising and like I can get like more accurate measurements for when August rolls around. And since I'm planning on cosplaying Indian, I can do like a layers test with the heat to make sure that's actually feasible.
You could always try mashing some of the layers into one layer and just making it look like multiple layers, and that way you're not wearing as much.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I wanna go all the fuck out.
I would advise the least not doing the, like, barely visible layer that she has of, like, her undershirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that will
I know.
probably kill you.
I'm just slightly afraid for, I'm gonna be cosplaying Charoth, and I'm gonna have to wear this cape with this big fuzzy neck ruff thing on it. Plus, my arms and legs are gonna have to be black somehow.
Yeah, just either like thin fabric or paint, but remember to seal if you go the body paint route.
You could use, like,
I don't want to wreck
stockings.
my white dress.
At least stockings for your legs.
I was thinking stockings. I'll have to find some because the only black ones I have are fleece lined, and I will die if I wear those in August in Indiana.
My mom was like, well, why don't you get
They
a
don't
wig?
make
And I'm like, And I'm like, we're gonna be in Indiana in the middle of August, even if we're going to be inside, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just that you're going to be in Indiana. You're going to be in like middle Indiana, which is
Yeah.
like that's like a 5-degree difference there, just from north to central Indiana.
I do kind of want to like sew pockets on the inside of my cloak and like stash stuff in them, but I don't know what funny things I could carry around that would be like.
Pig bats.
Well, other than pig bats, I need like a bag for the pig bats. They're too big.
Glitter. Get a sack full of glitter.
No.
Yes.
Literally
Come
no.
on.
That I don't even. I've never taken glitter to a convention, but I can guarantee that will be one of the quickest ways to get kicked out of a convention.
What
Is
about-
glitter.
What if you find like a black recorder and you can make a pocket for that and pretend to play the obsidian fife?
Yeah.
I'll just
That'd be
deafen
great.
people.
Yeah. Make your get the fog apple extract recipe and the iconoclasm spell and
Yeah. I was gonna say an imp, but you. I can't imagine you want to make imps as well as pig bats.
Yeah. Imps are hard.
well he can always just make a drawing of an imp.
True. Let's see, what else?
Is there anything
Marcus
else?
has a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So much stuff.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Headcanons, theories they use, etc.?
There's God. I keep feeling like there's something I want to bring up, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was.
Quickly then, what do we think is going to happen next episode?
Hopefully more Ash, because I want to check in on her.
I should hope so as well. I think we're probably going to... Yeah, we're probably going to switch over to Ash and Horvin and possibly Jin for a little bit.
Ash likes conga line for peace.
That would be a thing that they would do, though, just because then it would be like, I'm going to Altreia, and then we don't hear from Marcus for like 2 episodes.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh god, what if it takes Marcus so long that he doesn't show up until like they're in the middle of everything, and then all of a sudden Golem's chasing everyone?
Yes.
I want him to appear in the most. I want him to like appear in the most dramatic way possible in the middle of a combat. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just comes riding in. No, he comes surfing in on a tidal wave of golems.
Yes. But you know what would be the funniest way for him to show up, though, which probably wouldn't happen, is if he shows up like 2 days after the war.
Oh god, that would be like the most Marcus Fluffy thing.
I was gonna say Marcus Floppy shows up 15 minutes to the war with Starbucks. Or equivalent.
He just shows up with fucking what would be fucking
Brutality.
oh god, he shows up with like Alarani tea and the golems and I don't know, maybe he like poofed off somewhere and got that one empress who's after him and convinced her to load him in her army somehow.
Yes.
It's still very much up in the air how exactly they plan on stopping this war, or how the Honorians plan on finding the ban. Although
Yeah, I'm still wondering that too.
I stand by the belief that the ban are just going to charge into the city through the.
Maybe.
There's no way that they can't be expected to know about this. Like they know about it, and the Honorians probably know they know about it.
Yeah, the Banner, they're clearly prepping for war, or at least Jin is. I kind of want to see Ash with, like, her own party of band that are just kind of sided with her. And they're just kind of like, yeah, we kind of don't want this war to happen either.
I want to see more of the cute bat mask.
Yes.
I want to see her potentially without her bat mask.
Yes.
I want to see a band take off their mask. I want, like, Ash to be able to talk to someone besides Jin and Horvin. Because Horvin is limited in how much he can help, and Jin is frustrating.
Yep, and Thug obviously doesn't want to talk, so...
I kind of wish
Yeah.
she would, like, sit down with one of them and, like, get out a sheet of paper and be like, okay, do you want to talk? And they'd be like, okay, and they write back and forth or something.
Oh, that'd be so cute. Except Ash can't write legibly.
Well, she can
She
talk
can
and they
talk.
can.
Just like
So-
a yellow notepad, like, here, you write and I'll talk and we'll somehow converse and figure things out.
Mhm.
That would be so cute.
Oh, can you imagine if, like, that's how Ash talks to the, that man about, about why, she keeps menacing her?
That's what I really want to happen. I want it to be, like, calm and cool, like, just sitting across from each other, cross-legged on the floor, like, having a conversation about things.
Yeah, like, okay, you have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with you. What the hell is going on here?
I feel like the Bat Mask fan would just, like, write in all caps and then Ash is, like, she gets, like, all squeaky voiced and everything. She's like, I don't know why you're so mad at me.
Yeah. Stop yelling!
That sounds much more like a Kier thing, admittedly.
And Horriban
Like,
walks in
true.
and he's like, Ash, are you having a mental breakdown?
Yeah.
Alright, so are we good?
Yep.
I believe so, yes.
Alright. If you'd like to listen to more episodes of the podcast, you can find us at spiritfolksaturdays.tumblr.com. If you want to join the TI Skype chat, feel free to shoot us and ask for their Skype name. We'd be happy to have you. Thanks for listening. We'll see everybody in like 2 weeks because I'm busy next week. Bye!
Bye!